Welcome to the College Football Bros, the podcast making its YouTube debut. And now, here are your hosts, Michael, Ryan, and Trey Newman.
Welcome to the College Football Bros podcast. I am Michael Newman, and I'm joined by the brother on the bottom left.
Yes, that's me, Ryan Newman.
And by the other brother on the bottom right of your screen.
And that would be me, Trey Newman.
And I'm also joined by my fiance, who will be controlling the graphics on the top right.
That would be me, Sarah.
All right, so this is our very first YouTube episode. We're going to try it out. We're also going to release this as an audio podcast as well. But if you're listening to this right now, I would encourage you to go on YouTube and search College Football Bros, because there's going to be some visual elements today.
First time.
It's great.
That's great.
You're looking great, Ryan. You get to see Ryan in a closet. If you're listening, come on. Don't you want to see Ryan recording from his closet?
Yep.
It's quite a bonus.
The best recorder from his closet there is.
Yeah, could be true, actually.
I bet you it is. Yeah.
I bet you it's not.
Yeah, maybe not.
All right. So what are we playing today, Ryan?
Yeah, that is a very fantastic question, Michael.
Okay, Ryan is not prepared for our very first YouTube episode.
I never am I? Okay, so yeah, we're playing a game. It's kind of like the game that we've kind of been seeing going on online throughout this whole, quarantine phase here. You got to pick three. So essentially, you see like pictures of 9 images, and you just got to pick 3 of your favorites. So ours is going to be geared towards college football. So we'll have 5 kind of 9 section categories of football related ones, and then we'll have 3 other ones that are related to just like food that you would have, whether it's fast food, food at the ball game, or whatever. So that's kind of the theme we're going with today.
Okay. All right. Sarah, on the top right, give us our first football related one. We're going to have, there we go.
Okay.
So Trey, what do we have here?
Yeah, so first off, we've got stadiums. As you can see, there are 9 stadiums, and you can only keep 3. So for those of you that can see this, the 9 are Penn State's Beaver Stadium, UCLA's Rose Bowl, LSU's Tiger Stadium, then we got the Big House, Michigan Stadium, the Swamp, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium for Florida, we got Tennessee's Neyland Stadium, then we've got the Horseshoe of Ohio State, and we got Notre Dame Stadium, and then rounding it out, we've got Nebraska's Memorial Stadium.
Okay.
So you got to pick 3. You can only keep 3. So Ryan, why don't you start us off?
Okay, are we going to just go straight 3, or are we going to go 1-1-1? How are we going to do it?
Let's go straight 3. Give us
straight 3. Okay, all right. So I'm going to count down from reverse here. I'll go.
Oh, you ranked them too. Wow, that's bold.
Yeah, I did.
All right.
My number 3, I'm going the Rose Bowl. It's it's a classic. I mean, maybe not it's the atmosphere maybe is a little lacking sometimes, just because UCLA doesn't have the big games. But once you get the Rose Bowl in there, that's when we're talking. So Rose Bowl, it's pretty awesome. Number 2, I went with Neyland Stadium. Right on the water there. That's one of the SEC places that I want to go. It would be just fun to play a game there. Nebraska is supposed to have been played there for like 20 years now. So I think I'm going to go when Nebraska plays there. And then number 1, I got, probably a lot of people have it, but Tiger Stadium in Death Valley. I mean, that's just the total top of the line SEC night game that you want to go to is in Tiger Stadium.
Well, I hope the rest of this episode doesn't go like this, because Ryan, I chose the exact same 3 stadiums, which is crazy. We did not talk about this before, but
wow.
But yeah, I got the same. I mean, the Rose Bowl, you got the San Gabriels in the background. You always got great weather. And then, yeah, I mean, the other thing I wanted to bring up about Tennessee just is the field. You got the checkerboard end zones, and you mentioned right there on the Tennessee River. So yeah, I like your 3, Ryan.
Well, I have one different. So we agree on UCLA, the Rose Bowl. Not necessarily, of course, for a UCLA game because the atmosphere is generally lacking for those, but just the purely for the setting and the environment. Tennessee as well. Something else, just as far as like the way that they enter the field, they have the T that kind of splits, and they come out from the end zone. It looks like an awesome setting. So definitely going to have to check out a game at Tennessee. But then a lot of listeners won't be surprised with my answer here. I would love to go to Beaver Stadium during a whiteout. I just think that atmosphere would be awesome. I'm not maybe going to State College, Pennsylvania, but just the actual atmosphere of a game, especially the whiteout game, sign me up.
All right, and I brought up the Tennessee field, but I also got to bring up that LSU field. We're looking at the Eye of the Tiger, and you got the yard lines every 5 yards with the shadow effect. That's tough to beat.
So Ryan didn't go homer with the tunnel walk in Memorial Stadium.
Yeah, it's just we haven't had the big games lately. Hard to go with Nebraska.
That's true. I got a trivia question for you guys related to this question or to this image. So Neyland Stadium, we brought up the right on the water. It is one of 3 college football stadiums that is accessible by boat. What are the other? UW, that is correct.
Washington.
Right there on Union Bay but
Lake Washington.
So what's the other one?
Oh boy, what is
I'm enjoying watching you struggle. All right, it's in Texas. It's in the Big 12.
Is it Baylor?
It is Baylor. Yes.
Dang, I was going to say that.
They got the river right there.
Yeah, I was gonna.
That's right. Pat McAfee jumped in the water.
Oh, that's right. Day. I forgot that was there. Yeah. That was the Chip and JoJo game day. How could you guys forget that?
Yes,
coming over the bridge.
Should have said it. Yep. All right. Good one.
All right, Sarah. Let's. We ready to move on to the next one?
Okay. All right. So here we have alternate uniforms, as we can see. Good ones that we thought. Good ones. So the first one, we have the Notre Dame's in 2013. It was kind of their Shamrock series. It was pretty sweet. The second one was Navy 2014 when they were going up against the Buckeyes. Oregon 2016, just straight up Ducks. Number 4, we had Florida's 2006. Kind of their throwback uniforms, kind of to the heydays. LSU 2018, they had those purple helmets on there. UCF's 2019, they had the kind of those space uniforms. BYU last year had those royal blues, and then Tulane also had they had baby blues. They call them baby blues. And then Army back in 2012 versus when they were playing Navy. So a lot of good choices here.
There are. I'm taking immediately those BYU 2019, the royal blues stand out to me. I don't know. It's just a clean look. I love the logo with just the straight Y rather than their normal logo with kind of like a circle around it. So I think they should go to those permanently. I love those uniforms. And then I'm also going to keep Oregon 2016, as you described it, the straight up duck. It's just funny. It's fun. Come on, you got the orange shoes, the orange socks, you got the orange face mask for the bill. I like them. And then the third one I'm keeping is possibly my favorite uniform just ever, like in any sport. Florida, those 2006 kind of 1960s.
You would like that. Yeah.
Yeah, 1960s throwbacks. You got the F on the helmet, and I don't know, I just like the colors and the simplicity. It's great.
Yeah, those are clean. I agree with you, actually. I usually don't like the Oregon uniforms. I'm not making them one of my top 3, but that specific duck uniform I do like. But I agree with you on one, and that's BYU. That is just that royal blue look. It's the classic look. It kind of takes you back to the Lavelle Edwards days. You got, Steve Young, Ty Detmer. Like those are fresh. I like those.
Yep.
The next one is Tulane. I love the baby blues. There's even that little hint of green, which is nice on the uniform. And then you got Riptide the Pelican mascot on the helmet. Yeah, he rides bikes too. It's but that mascot is really cool on the field and on the helmet. So Tulane's Baby Blues would be my second, and then finally Army's throwbacks. The little stripe on the pants wasn't necessarily my favorite, but the all blacks, the thicker black stripe on the helmet. I liked the font of the numbers, and those were sweet. I liked those.
Those are badass. Like those are some great uniforms for sure.
Yeah. I only had one real different one there. I had Tulane. I love those Baby Blues also. I had Army on there as well, Trey. Just the black and the gold mix to me is just, I don't know. There's no better color scheme than black and gold to me. This looks awesome. And then I had Navy's 2014 ones against the Buckeyes. It was white, but then they had to cut some of those like kind of navy blue with a little gold on the top of the helmet. Those were, I don't know, those are really, really sweet. Just the color scheme there. So I like the Service Academies one. They've come up with some really sweet uniforms.
For sure. The close on my list was the LSU with the purple helmets in 2018. That was 2018, right? I think we have it listed here, but either way, they shined gold underneath the lights. I thought those were awesome. But I wasn't a huge fan of the numbering on those. They're a little too, I don't know, wonky, but those were overall great.
So no space uniforms for UCF or the Notre Dame Shamrock series, huh?
No, I wasn't a big fan of that Notre Dame 2013 look. The space uniform was cool, especially because the helmets they had looked like the surface of the moon. Yeah. And you got the stars and the numbering, and it had meaning because apparently UCF was first created to support the space mission, I guess, in like the 1960s. So that's pretty cool, but not quite top 3.
Yeah, I'm with you. I like the Notre Dame. I don't know. I wouldn't have them top 3, I guess.
Okay. All right. Any more comments, or should we move on to the next one?
On to the next.
All right, Sarah. Let's do it. How you doing, Sarah?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Okay. We can't see you, but you're there. You're present. Okay. Oh boy. This doesn't look as good. So we have, again, alternate uniforms, but for the listeners, these are not looking so great. So you can only keep 3, but you got to keep the 3 worst uniforms. So we have Florida 2005. They wore against Georgia. You got Michigan State 2019, the infamous neon green. Nebraska 2012 against Wisconsin, going away from tradition. Actually, Wisconsin had some arguably just as ugly jerseys in that game.
I was at that game,
yeah,
and I think the Wisconsin ones were actually worse.
Oh yeah, Wisconsin's actually were worse.
Because I like Nebraska had the black helmet at least. The jersey itself not so good, but the black helmet.
I didn't hate Wisconsin's jerseys.
You can see the background of in a Wisconsin player with that. You can see their helmet. It's like some ugly looking W. Yeah, it was. I mean, they just combined it because they were both Adidas, and they both were horrible. Yeah, they were bad.
All right. We also
Great
have.
game,
what's that?
Great game though. Nebraska made a pretty big comeback and won that one.
All right. Let's see. Okay, Colorado State 2016 against Northern Colorado, kind of orange and green there, I guess. You got Ohio State 2011 against Wisconsin. Tennessee 2009, they brought out the black jerseys, black and orange. And then you got BYU 1999. I guess they wore these jerseys the entire year. Maryland 2011. I think we all remember the Maryland State flag jerseys. And then the last one is ULM in 2011. Ugly looking jersey there. So what are you guys thinking? What was your Trey? Who are you keeping in your top 3?
So my 3 worst out of these, definitely number 1, well, not ranked, but my first one that I'm going to say is the Ohio State uniforms. Their classics are just too good to do this to.
Yeah.
I mean, the thick gray collar that they had, the awkward kind of gray coloring throughout the rest of the uniform. Then they had the weird red stripe on the helmet. Like, I was just not a fan. didn't look good to me.
It didn't look like Ohio State.
No.
Yeah.
And then Tennessee, 2009. I know it was Halloween, so they were trying to do the black and the orange, but the black jerseys just did not look good, and they looked kind of cheap. They just looked like practice jerseys.
Yes,
almost.
they do look like practice uniforms.
That was not good at all. And then my last one is Florida. Those, whatever that was, like the little orange quadrant on the sleeve or whatever, that was just so awkward. And I always think about these with some of these uniforms, like the marketing teams, like Nike here is probably they're in a conference room. I picture them and they're like, yes, this is gold. We're doing this. But I mean, who? What?
Yeah, who could think that?
It's crazy.
It's
yeah.
horrible. Yeah, I mean, they're all horrible, so I definitely agree. Let's see, which ones did I have? I had Colorado State's as my worst. They were just
Really? I kind of like them. The
are
longer I
horrible.
look at them,
There's like they look like Florida A&M, like the Rattlers. Like that's their color scheme, and then they kind of remind me of like a lizard. I don't know why, but I just think lizard when I see that.
Sure.
Crocodile. I don't know. They're horrible. It just doesn't look like a ram whatsoever. I also had a Florida. It's just like, what is that? Like, I doesn't even make sense. And then I put Nebraska. Those were ugly, man. Who puts an N just like right in the middle? I don't know what they were thinking. It's pretty bad. I mean, the helmets are sweet, but the jerseys just were terrible. They could have made it awesome, but no, those were the three: Florida, Nebraska, and Colorado State for me.
Okay, so there's some overlap here. We all three said Florida, those 2005 uniform. Like, agreed. I would use the same wording as you. There's the upper left quadrant of the jersey tray is orange, and the rest is blue. I don't know what they're thinking. I also agreed with you, Trey, on the Tennessee 2009. Like the black and orange in theory sounds like they could go together. But no, it looks terrible. They kind of look like Wyoming, actually, to me from here, even though it's slightly off.
It's the orange just wasn't, I don't know if it's like just needed to be darker or I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah, that
kind of
could
more
be it.
Closer to the Halloween.
It looks it looks black and yellow for like in this picture right now. And then I also had, let's see. I had Michigan State's neon green. Surprised.
Yeah, those are pretty bad.
You went with that. I mean, I guess the Seahawks, right? Do the Seahawks wear some neon green? I guess they kind of make it work, but
yeah.
I mean, we've talked about this before. The big problem with these is the big state across the chest. It's just huge lettering. Yeah.
The font is too big.
Yeah,
big just font. State, like, it's, that's, come on, so generic.
Okay, well, wow, Maryland's flags, the flag jerseys, surprised they didn't make our top three.
We didn't do BYU, Maryland, or
BYU's are pretty bad.
Yeah, those are bad. Bad. They are. They suck. They're just bland.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And then Monroe.
Well, yeah, I don't even know what to make of those.
Camouflage out uniform there.
Maybe they thought people wouldn't be able to see them. It could be an advantage. Probably didn't work out. I don't know what their record was in 2011. Yeah, we can check. Sarah, do you know that offhand, what ULM's record was in 2011?
Who doesn't?
No, I'm sorry. I'm blanking.
Stat girl. Where's the stat girl?
What? Yeah, she's supposed to be stat girl. All right. Well, okay, let's go to our next image then.
Yes. All right. Mascots. Boy. Okay, so as you can see here, first we got Mike the Tiger of LSU. We got Uga of Georgia. The Stanford Tree, crazy Stanford Tree. Puddles, the Oregon Duck. Then we got Sparty for Michigan State. Brutus for Ohio State, the Buckeyes. Then we got a couple live mascots here, some more. Bevo of Texas. We've got Ralphie the Buffalo for Colorado. And then of the famous Big Red for Western Kentucky. So, Michael, how's your list shaking out here?
This was a fun one to go through. I had to put Uga, just maybe the most famous of all these mascots, arguably. And
I think so.
You gotta love Uga. So that's on my list. I'm also keeping the Stanford Tree. That might be a surprise, but he looks ridiculous, which I love. And it just kind of fits with the quirkiness of, they got the band that's crazy. So it just kind of fits with the mascot. And actually, I just found out that the mascot was introduced literally as a joke. So the Stanford band in 1975, I guess they were looking for a mascot and they were introducing just jokes. So one of them they introduced was a steaming manhole. Another one they introduced was a French fry. And then a tree, which I guess, it's like, oh, this is a joke, a tree. But people liked it so much that they just decided to keep it. So that's a great origin story. And then third one, do you guys know what I'm taking for my third one?
Big Red.
Guesses?
Big Red, yeah.
Big Red. He is currently the background on my phone just because, how can you not look at Big Red and smile? So that's my three.
Yep. Okay, I share two of those. I went with Uga. You gotta love Uga, especially when he tried to bite somebody. That was cool.
Bevo, a player, yeah,
A player.
It was an Auburn player.
And then I had Big Red as well, just because he's hilarious. And how can you not have Big Red, man? He just brings a smile to your face.
Yeah.
And the last one I chose was Mike the Tiger. I mean, it's pretty sweet to have a tiger king.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it kind of changes my, thinking on of it a little bit right now, honestly. But Ralphie was right there. It was between Ralphie and Mike the Tiger. I went with Mike.
All right, so I went a little different, although it's a clean sweep on Uga, just especially the uniform on Uga with him in the doghouse. Like, it's a classic look. And the Bulldog, how can you not like him? So Uga for sure. I also went with the duck, Puddles. He's funny. I mean, he's done some good commercials. You watch him on the sideline. He's got all these, there's funny clips of him. If you go on like YouTube, he'll dress up as he dressed up as Kanye there was like a bottle cap challenge. I kind of went down like a YouTube spiral.
Bottle cap challenge was hilarious. He tries to,
I definitely recommend the bottle cap challenge. Oregon Duck. Video. But he's always dancing with the cheerleaders. Like he's entertaining.
Okay.
So I like Puddles. And then I love Big Red, but I went with more the classic Brutus. Like that mascot head, he's synonymous with game day, of course, over the years. The only thing I don't like about Brutus is that the scale of his body to his head, it kind of creeps me out. But the mascot head of Brutus is that kind of embodies college football. So I went with Brutus as my third option.
Okay. None of us went with Bevo. I thought hard about Bevo just because he's literally a Texas Longhorn. He's got the burnt orange coloring. Like he just is Texas. So I think Bevo's a good one.
Sparty's pretty badass. Like he's if you had to he's the one you don't want to mess with.
Actually, to not be a live one and just have it kind of be a dress up thing, that is pretty cool. It's hard to make it look kind of badass, but it's a good wording. It is pretty
actually
badass.
The more I kind of look at it, I'm starting to really like Sparty more.
He's looking pretty hot, isn't he?
I kind of wow.
It's not too late
Look
to
at
change.
those guns.
But by the way, these aren't all these lists that we're doing. We're not saying these are the 9 best. We looked at some top 10 lists and kind of put together some that people had out there, but apologies.
Which mascot that's not on this list can you think of that you would want to include? That's a tough question to think off the cuff here, but
that is a tough question. Well, Lil Red for Nebraska to go homer. Is good.
Pretty funny. Not Tommy Trojan.
Nah, well, and USC's official mascot, I don't know if these are all official. I think they are, but USC's official mascot is Traveler, the white horse.
Oh, yeah.
So
Florida State, they got Seminole.
Yeah, Florida State would be cool.
That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah.
I guess we're good.
All right.
I would just like to point out that it's a little upsetting that Michael has a picture of Big Red on his phone because it makes him smile instead of his fiance.
I was a little surprised to hear that it was Big Red on his phone. I mean, I could see a Nebraska or USC thing or Sarah, but
Sarah, maybe I can do you can be the lock screen and he can be the wallpaper or something like that. You know,
Wow.
Compromise.
Sarah's good with the artwork. Maybe she could like put both of them, both
maybe
her
Big Red
and
could be
Big
like-
Red in the same
guys,
image.
guys.
Maybe Big Red could be eating Sarah's head.
Ooh, I like that. But guys,
You
can we?
know?
I kind of like the Big Red. Can we just stick with that? So,
Yeah, okay. Sure.
anyway, Sarah. There we go. She's like, let's move on. Thank
All right,
you, Sarah.
next topic. Thank you, Sarah. All right, we're going rivalries here. First one, the Service Academy is the Army-Navy Classic. You got USC Notre Dame. Can be pretty good depending on what's going on with those teams. Cal Stanford, because maybe I've had the most famous game of these rivalries, or most famous play.
Right.
I should say, probably. Red River rivalry. You got OU and Texas. Big game, Michigan, Ohio State. Iron Bowl, Alabama and Auburn. World's largest outdoor cocktail party, if I could say that. Although they can't call it that anymore, I guess.
Nope.
Georgia, Florida. In-state rivalry, you got two here. You got Florida and Florida State, and then followed by Florida State and the U, Miami.
So this was my toughest to narrow it down to 3. I had some challenges here. First off, though, Army Navy, obviously the last 30 plus 40 years, the game isn't as meaningful in terms of a national picture, in terms of like the national title and whatnot, but it still means so much. I still enjoy watching it. You kind of see the pageantry, like who gets to sing the alma mater second after the end of the game to the winning team. I mean, you can just see it in the players' faces, like how much that game means.
Yeah.
So that one would be fun to go to. The other one that I selected, that I don't know if you guys will, but I actually took the Red River rivalry. Easy for me
Because you
to
can't say it.
Yeah.
OU Texas. I like that it's one of the only ones here that's on a neutral field, and they play it at the Texas State Fair in Dallas in the Cotton Bowl, historic stadium. And I like how they split the fans. You got the orange and the red, and they split it at the 50-yard lines. So when you're watching on TV, you can see the clear separation of the fans as opposed to them being split in the middle of each end zone. So that's kind of cool visually. And then this is where it gets hard for me. Well, they're all hard. I'm going to say Michigan, Ohio State, just because of the history. I mean, more often than not, this game has something on the line, whether it be the division title or the conference title, go to the Rose Bowl, Heisman or Conference Player of the Year's in play. Ohio State, of course, has dominated the last 15 plus years, but it's still generally competitive and fun to watch.
Yeah, it seems like of all the rivalries here, those two teams throughout history seem to almost always be good.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part.
Yeah.
So I agree with you, Trey. I had Michigan, Ohio State. That was my easy one. Like that was definitely, I was going to keep that. I also went with the Red River rivalry.
Not bad.
I struggled a little bit, but I got it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, it was down to that and Georgia, Florida, because there's kind of a lot of similarities. They're both neutral fields, both kind of elite programs, but gave the edge to Oklahoma, Texas.
The other thing about that OU Texas game is that it's generally played more towards the beginning of the year or middle, so that there's still a lot in the line for the teams compared to them at the end of the year.
Yeah, true. They're usually always still in the thick of it.
Yeah. And then I went with Alabama Auburn, the Iron Bowl. I had to have an in-state rivalry on here. Just the hatred is at another level, I think. And it's in the South where, of course, football, it just means more, guys.
Yeah. So
That
you're
game
playing a little.
over the last 10 years, that's been the best rivalry.
Yeah.
It's been so fun to watch.
The kick six might have, Ryan, you brought up the play in Cal Stanford being the most famous play in college football history. I wonder, it's hard because it's fairly recent, but in 10, 20 years, is it going to be the kick six?
That's a good point.
It's obviously in the running.
Yeah. So Michael, you're kind of playing tic-tac-toe here. You went with the 3 in a row there in the middle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, we've been playing tic-tac-toe this whole time. You guys have been getting dominated.
Cats game. Everyone's been a Cats game so far, except Michael just won that one. All right, for me, I went with the Red River rivalry. Oh, clutch.
Wow, that kind of surprised me. We all did it.
Ryan, you had
That I
time to
said it
think about how to
correctly?
pronounce it. So no credit.
Usually that's bad though. If you have
True.
time to think. But yeah, Red River Rivalry for me.
Now you're just showing off.
I
Yeah.
just didn't mean to. That one is awesome. You guys have said the reasons, but the game is usually, I mean, lately it's been an awesome game, and they're always good. So, and they're the top two dogs in the conference. I like that game. It's a lot of fun, and like you said, since it's early in the year, not a whole lot of rivalry games are, so it's pretty unique in that way. I also went with Army Navy. It's watching that game is so fun, and just kind of seeing those two teams go at it, even though it's kind of lower level football, I guess, compared to what you see, and the stakes aren't high. For whatever reason, it still feels like, I mean, you're into it. It's awesome. So, and the uniforms are usually sweet.
Yep.
And then the last one, I had to go with the Iron Bowl. I mean, it was between that and Michigan, Ohio State, but it's just the Iron Bowl has given me so many better moments in the last couple decades than Michigan, Ohio State has.
I mean, Michigan, Ohio State's had some great games too. That's tough to leave them off, but there's a lot
maybe
of, I mean,
more memorable plays, moments to me. I just feel like the Iron Bowl has been right there.
It's definitely been fun to watch in recent history.
Mhm.
The Iron Bowl.
Yeah. Okay. Were there any other, as we look through here, that were close? For me, it was just Georgia, Florida.
If you would have gone back 20 years, I might have said Florida State and Miami.
Oh,
yeah.
That when I was like, 15 years ago, I looked so forward to that Florida State Miami game because they were so talented.
Yeah, it is hard to separate yourself because, like, right now, of course, Miami's kind of down, and I guess Florida State more recently is also had a rough couple of years, but yeah, this could change on a dime if we did this a few years from now.
No USC. No USC. Sorry, Mike.
USC Notre Dame. I think the distance, plays a factor, and it can't be quite as intense when you're halfway across the country.
Yeah, not in the same conference. It's.
But they've had some historic games too. I mean, they're both, of course, blue blood programs. So
Yeah.
it made the list. Okay. Let's see. We're done with rivalries. Oh, is it time for the very first live read in College Football Bros history?
Wow.
We're going to give it to the oldest bro.
I'm honored to present this.
Yes.
So we've got the best Mother's Day gift ever here, or really for anyone in your life, especially parents, grandparents who you can't go visit, especially in times like what we're in right now. So you can talk to a professional writer about your mom, wife, grandmother, or whoever for 10 to 15 minutes, and they will write the most incredible story about him or her. There seems to be something amazing saying to someone, I wanted to do something special and unique for you, so I actually had a story written for you. And the story with myfrontpagestory.com, it actually looks like the front page of a local newspaper. It's framed. It represents a keepsake that they will put in their house to whom you give it to, and they'll have it on display. It's generally based on kind of historic recipients of this. It's been emotional for them, especially when they read quotes that they know, like things like, I can never thank them enough, or I wouldn't be the person I am today without this, him or her. It's just different when they see it on print, maybe as opposed to being told that or via an email. So bottom line, generally, he or she might cry happy tears. You'll be the winner. So it's myfrontpagestory.com. There's a promo code BROS20, and that's myfrontpagestory.com with the promo code BROS20. So as you can see, myfrontpagestory.com.
All right.
Give it
BROS20. That's
look.
20% off, right? Not bad.
Yeah, 20% off.
All right. Yeah, Ross Tucker was on our podcast last week telling us that the happy tears rate was like 95%. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, great. Thank you to myfrontpagestory.com. Okay, Sarah, let's get to our food themed images here. Okay, wow. We are starting.
Now we're getting to the good stuff here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
There we go.
No more football from now on. So if you're
All
here
of a sudden, I got really hungry.
yeah, same here. I haven't had dinner yet. So all right, we've got fast food. We've got Taco Bell, Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, Burger King, Subway, McDonald's, Arby's, barf, Wendy's, and Panda Express. So, yeah, Ryan usually Ryan can flip me off on video and nobody sees
I
it.
knew I was on video or recording, but I still did.
Oh, sure you did. Sure you did.
I did. I was like, ooh.
Okay. I don't have the technical capability to like blur that out. So sorry. YouTube.
I didn't say any words, so we're good.
Yep. But right, go first. What 3 fast food restaurants are you keeping for the rest of your life?
I am going. Can we just like all of us eliminate one together?
Burger
Actually,
King.
2.
Burger King.
Yeah, Burger King. Like, yeah, Burger King's a
Yeah,
guy.
I like it, but it would not be one of my 3 at all.
Okay.
And the second one, Subway.
So
Okay,
yes,
I'm not getting much support
well,
there.
I know I'm eliminating that. It's very basic. Like if I was thinking about my health, at least I can eat healthy at Subway. But
Yeah, you
but
can
no,
have
it's
different sandwiches, but
Yeah,
it's
go
not in
bread
this class.
at Subway.
no, yeah. What's that?
You just want to eat bread. Go eat a sandwich. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
super healthy.
It's Subway's not great, but it's a utilitarian like Subway. So I do go there a decent bit, but yeah, it's out.
Yeah,
I think,
like if I had to make this, I might replace Subway or Burger King with other options. But given this list,
Yeah.
Ryan, what you seeing?
Okay. Numero uno. Best option out there is Chick-fil-A. It's just so good. I mean, they got a ton of options. You got I actually like their Cobb salad, which is, I hate salads, but their Cobb salad's actually pretty good. So if I want to
Okay.
eat healthier, I'll have that. But they're just I get the regular number 1. Oh, so good. The chicken's just so tender. You know what I mean?
Oh my!
Your voice went up a register there, octave.
Oh, all right. Okay, numero dos. Arby's. I am on the Arby's bandwagon. I love their roast beef sandwiches. I don't know. It's because I just don't get to have it all that often, probably. But I've always been a fan. Even when I, did live closer to one, I would get Arby's all the time. On my first year as a teacher, I commuted like over an hour to my job, and on my way home, I coached basketball like after school. So I'd come home and I'd be like starving. So every night coming home, I'd have 2 options. It was Chick-fil-A or Arby's, and I pretty much would just switch off every night.
Wow, you're
So,
living the life.
Yeah, it was good times.
Arby's, like I do like the roast beef sandwich and their curly fries. I'll give you that. Curly fries, really good, but not a lot of other options.
Yeah, the curly fries to me are the only redeemable thing there.
Well, you're stupid.
Okay. Wow.
All right, and then the last one, I have to go with the traditional burger and fries, Wendy's. I didn't get that from Arby's and Chick-fil-A, so burgers and fries there. They got good, really nuggets though too. Those they're a little on the spicy side. They're pretty darn good. So yeah, give me Wendy's as my third.
Okay, well, the easiest one for me was Wendy's because they have a very versatile menu. Like you said, they have different types of burgers. They've got the nuggets. They've got the chicken sandwiches. They've got the fries, and then of course the Frosty. So you can cap it off with dessert. So Wendy's was my.
They
slam
also
dunk.
you can get like a baked potato and chili there, can't you?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
yeah.
They have it all. So Wendy's.
Nothing
Good.
like a baked potato and chili.
Well, I mean, hey, if it's my only place I'm
It's an
allowed
option.
to go, then yeah, it's just
Option,
another
true.
option.
Yeah,
So
all right,
then
fair enough.
I was thinking, okay, well, what's chicken wise? So I don't have a Popeyes super close to me, so I don't really get to go enough to really make that one of my
Pretty good.
selections. I do love Popeyes, but I went with Chick-fil-A as well. I like their, the chicken sandwiches, their nuggets, their tenders. They've got great fries. You can get some ice cream cone. I'm a fan of Chick-fil-A.
Okay,
And then
you guys,
number 3,
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot your third one. Go ahead.
third one is actually Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I enjoy even their traditional tacos, but my favorites are the Crunchwrap Supreme, the Cheesy Gordita Crunch, the Cinnamon Twists. I'm a fan of Taco Bell.
I just can't keep up with their menu. They introduce something new every day.
Yeah, so they keep it
It's-
fresh for me.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't like trying new stuff every day. That's not-
Introduce some Fritos into your burrito, and
Yeah, what is-
Yeah,
they come up
you
with
know,
weird
got
stuff.
their own. What is the Mountain Dew? The
They had like the Baja Blast.
Baja Blast. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for.
I mean, I do like Taco Bell. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah. No, Trey, you nailed it. Those are my 3. Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, Wendy's. I think that's good. Because, yeah, you do have to have one burger. So it was down to McDonald's or Wendy's for that. And McDonald's, I like their apple pies. The McFlurries are good. The fries are good. But I just like Wendy's burger a lot better. So that's what gave Wendy's the nod.
Panda's orange chicken is unbelievable, but I don't know if I could have that too much.
Yeah.
You definitely feel like you're going to die after you eat there. It's a lot of food. If you could guarantee me every time I went in there that they were just putting out a fresh batch of orange chicken, then it might be on my list.
Top notch.
Yeah. Okay.
Man, I just want a little taste of every one of these though right now.
Oh, me too. Sarah, what do you think that we missed anything? Or are you happy with our lists?
No, I think you guys hit it. I mean, I would miss Panda Express a little bit, but
Okay.
definitely.
What's your go-to at Panda, Sarah?
the string bean chicken?
Ah.
Okay.
It's a lot healthier
Now,
than the orange chicken.
do you go fried rice, white rice, chow mein?
I do the chow mein.
Their chow mein's
Okay.
good.
I didn't know that you could do half and half. That's something that Michael told me.
Sarah.
I know.
I do the half and half.
I don't ever
fried
go
rice.
I do
chow
half and
mein.
half every time.
You don't even need
Yeah.
to tell them of what. You just walk up and say half and half, and they know.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. We can move on to our next batch of snacks. We got 3 snacks on the screen right now, actually. Whoa, we just added 9 more.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Now we're going to talk about Little Debbie snacks. And as you can see, first, it's their version of a Twinkie, the cloud cake. We've got the Swiss rolls. We've got cosmic brownies, oatmeal cream pies, little ode to college football there with Nick Saban.
Oh, yeah.
Zebra cakes, square in the middle. Honestly, had never heard of them until this moment. The Star
Me too.
Crunch, those are the cookies with caramel and crisp rice.
I'd never had the Star Crunch before.
Neither had I.
Doesn't look
Yeah,
great,
me neither.
honestly. Looks like poop. That's just me.
Fair. We
That's
got
kind of a weird
chocolate
poop, Mike.
cupcakes, the cream-filled chocolate cupcakes
What are you
here.
eating?
I'm just ignoring you guys.
Yeah,
and
that's
carrying
fine.
on.
That's fine. Go on, Trey.
I think it's for the better. We got the honey buns, and then finally the Nutty Buddies. Those bars down at the bottom right of your screen.
Yeah,
Okay.
they look good, all these things, but I gotta be honest, I have not had I didn't have the what was it, the cosmic brownies. I've never had that. I don't think I've had the oatmeal cream pies, but that would probably be, I would like that. So I'm putting that on the list because even though I've never had it, I like the oatmeal like raisin cookies.
Ryan, I
It
had the oatmeal cream pies all the time growing up, so I feel like you must have
oh really?
had them. Yeah.
I don't remember having it, but I bet you I like it. It looks really good.
Mm-hmm.
I had the what was it? The Swiss rolls. I had those a bunch growing up. Every time before I'd go to sleep, I'd eat a pair of those, and
Yeah, those were in the pantry often.
Yeah, we always had those.
yeah, those were good. I wish I could eat like that now, but can't. So, but yeah, those. So I got oatmeal. I got the Swiss, and the third one's tough because I don't like Twinkies. I don't like the cake on the bottom left there, whatever that cake is called, brownie with chocolate. What is that called?
Just a chocolate cupcake.
Chocolate cupcake. I'm gonna go with. Boy, I'll go with the middle one because it looks pretty good. What's the middle one called?
Zebra cake?
Yeah, zebra cake. Give me that. It looks good. I've never had it, but give me that.
I see the zebra cakes. I know I've had it. We didn't have it a lot, but I know I've had it and I remember it being good. So even though it's been a long time, that made my top 3. I also went with the oatmeal cream pies. Like I said, I had those a bunch growing up. Me and Nick Saban liked those. And then Swiss rolls as well. Just a classic.
All right, so clean sweep on the Swiss rolls. I love those. I like Twinkies, but I don't think I could have that many of them, so I had to exclude them there. I'm gonna go with my second one will be the cosmic brownies. don't think I've had them, but brownies are my favorite dessert probably. And then you throw in some candy chocolate chips on top. Like, I'm in. Sign me up.
Everyone says the cosmic brownies are amazing. So,
See, I need to.
I mean, they look like they'd be pretty good.
yeah.
No
And
doubt,
then I'm actually going to go with the Nutty Buddies. We had these in our pantry growing up as well. Our dad enjoyed them. The peanut butter and fudge wafer. I mean, my only complaint, and this is a little bit of the fat kid in me, is that they're a little light and airy. Like they're not super dense when you bite into them. But again, that's just the inner fat kid. So,
All right.
that's
Good choices, everybody. Can we all agree, by the way, that these are all, I mean, the ones we chose especially, but these are all like, they're good, but they're also terrible. Like they are so far from like homemade treats that it's not even funny.
Oh, totally.
But yet I did eat a ton of them, so can't really judge too much. But okay, Sarah, let's go to the next one.
Okay. All right. So we got first top left here, Snickers, good old classic Snickers, followed by the Twix. Are you a left or are you right Twix guy or girl? Mr. Goodbar, questionable addition to this list. Reese's peanut butter cups. Debatable whether that's a candy bar, but
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
we're moving on to Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth, classic. Three Musketeers, Milky Way, the Butterfinger, which we gotta decipher if that's the new one or the old one. I guess we'll go with that. Looks like the new brand. So
So explain what you're talking
idea what
about
you're
with this
talking about.
old and new Butterfingers.
yeah,
Yeah,
apparently
they've tasted the same to me, but maybe I need to do a
when was the
side
last
by
time you had
side.
a Butterfinger?
Trey, did you hear that? When's the last time you had a Butterfinger?
When was the last-
Like 6 months ago.
yeah, 6 months is probably like a year and a half, 2 years ago.
No, I mean every Halloween I'll get them.
Well,
But Ryan, when did they change? When did they change the formula
yeah, I
according
don't
to
know.
you?
I could look it up, but I don't know. How about that? I'll look that up right now.
It's
and then the last
amazing.
one,
I've never
100
noticed a difference, but
I mean,
You
maybe
are
they
the
did. Maybe they
Butterfinger
did change
connoisseur.
it, but
I was. I mean, the Butterfinger Blizzard, let's be honest. The actual candy bar, good, but not like incredible. Butterfinger Blizzard, holy cow. That is.
yeah, that was your
Little light.
go-to.
they got rid of it though, right? Or do they still?
No,
Oh, they still
they
have
got
it.
rid
Okay.
of the McDonald's McFlurry Butterfinger.
That's what I'm saying. They got rid of the Butterfinger McFlurry.
No, he
I'm
was
talking
saying
about
Blizzard.
My brain. Okay, gotcha.
Brain freeze.
Yeah,
right?
pretty
Yeah.
much.
Right.
You're so right, Ryan. It's like I had a Blizzard.
I know. Come on. It's classic.
Did you get to the last one? 100 grand was the last one. If you didn't
I
say
said
it.
that at the last moment.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay. Well, the three that I'm going with, you're right. Reese's is not a candy bar, but it's on this list, so I'm going with it. Peanut butter cups. Going with Twix. Easy choice, 2 for 1 there. And then I'm going with Butterfinger. It has been a long time, Ryan, since I've had one. But actually, the last one I had was when we went golfing, Ryan. I don't know if you remember this, but it was very bad. But I thought that's just because it was old and stale. But maybe it's just the new formula. I don't know.
So
yeah.
I see somewhere it says that the Butterfinger
wow,
debuted their
that didn't
new
work.
look in February 2019.
Whoa.
Wow. Their new look. Does that just mean it's a new
and
package?
it says, and they're made using a chocolate shell coating that contains more milk and cocoa.
Wow, Ryan,
So-
you
It's
apparently
not
you're
Nestle
right
anymore. Yeah.
Okay, I need to try this again then and see how it is.
Yeah, I do as well.
It doesn't work if I show you the photo, does it? Like, the new-
It might be blurry. You can try.
yeah.
Well, let's see. I see. Yeah. Okay.
See? Different branding.
Okay.
Apparently.
It is different. We could see it.
Yeah.
Okay, Trey. What are your three? that
Well,
you're
I
keeping?
Okay, we need some clarification here on Twix. If I select Twix, do I only get the classic Twix or do I also get like the peanut butter?
We'll give you the peanut butter. It's fine.
Okay, well then peanut butter Twix are my favorite. So Twix is in. I'm also going to go Snickers. I've always liked Snickers, classic candy bar. I'm a fan. And then, even though, yeah, it's not a candy bar, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, but even if you said you get the Reese's candy bar, the Nutrageous that they have, oh, those Reese's Nutrageous candy bar is my favorite. Very polarizing. Not a lot of people like them, but
All right.
Very polarizing. Very.
So what about you, Ryan? What are your three?
Oh, it's up to me now. Okay. Snickers. Yep. Got to do Snickers. Plus, they have different some alterations of the Snickers bar that's really good. I have Baby Ruth. I like Baby Ruth.
Whoa.
Yeah, those are really good. I don't snack that much anymore. But the last one, it's a toss up between Twix and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I went with. I haven't gone with anything yet. I'm still deciding.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Twix, because if you can add the variation of it, plus they're good in the fridge, and they're also good, not, so you can kind of mix it up that way. Well, if you want a little crunchy, you put it in the fridge, like Papa Newman would like to do.
I read that they have a cookies and cream Twix, which that sounds amazing. I've never seen that, but I would like to try
definitely
it.
want to try that.
I'm glad the Kit Kat was not on this list.
Oh, I probably would have taken Kit Kat. I like Kit
I'm
Kat.
surprised it
Kit
wasn't on over
Kats.
the Mr. Good bar. Like, what's Mr. Good bar?
Yeah, Sarah, aren't you a fan of Mr. Goodbar?
No, but
Oh,
that was
okay.
always
Really
in
know
my
your fiance
family.
so well. Well, we
That's always in like the assortment bag for Halloween candy. It's just like boring chocolate with peanuts or something.
can't remember what it tastes like at all.
You know, it was Big Red. Big Red was the one that was a fan of Mr.
Big
Goodbar.
Red would have
yeah,
liked
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm not
No.
a big fan of anything with peanuts in them, so that kind of narrowed down the list pretty easily for me.
Wow.
But I have some fun facts for you guys. Fun fact alert. Are you ready?
Yay.
Did you know, Trey? You didn't say if you were ready.
I sure. Why not,
Okay.
Michael?
Love
I'll
the
play
enthusiasm.
along.
So, Three Musketeers. Did you know that outside of the U.S., those are just called? That's just Milky Way. So a Milky Way outside of the U.S. is pretty much identical to a Three Musketeers, and so the U.S. Milky Way abroad apparently is called a Mars bar, which we used to have Mars
Yeah.
bars, didn't we?
Oh, yeah.
But
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what I read. So how fun was
Fascinating,
that
Mike.
fact? It's a good one.
How about that?
Yeah,
Nobody-
it's great.
Nobody picked $100,000.
No.
No, do you
know,
like that?
honestly, I had my first $100,000 about a year ago. They're okay. I don't dislike them.
That
If it
would have
came with
made your list,
100 grand, I'd
Sarah.
take it.
I think they're good, but I like $100,000, Twix, and Milky Way. So I think I'm a caramel
Milky Way.
person.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
All right.
Michael likes caramel too, right?
Would anyone
I
have
do.
wanted Almond Joy? No.
No,
I do
No,
like
the answer is
Almond Joy.
no.
I like coconut.
No. Okay. We are on to stadium snacks. If you are watching, you can very clearly see what these things are. But for the listeners, I will read them off. We got popcorn, beer, pizza, hot dog, peanuts, nachos, soda, soft pretzel, and French fries. So what are we thinking, Trey?
All right. Well, my layup here is nachos. Pretty much the only time I get nachos is at games. I enjoy them, love them. That picture makes me want them right now.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go hot dog. Usually only traditionally have them at a stadium. Lately with this quarantine, stuff's just different. I actually bought some hot dogs and ate them and they're delicious. So went with hot dogs there. And then I also added in the pretzel because I only have those at a stadium as well. And I like them salted. I don't need mustard or any other dip. I can just eat them plain. They're delicious.
I raw dog my pretzels as well. They but at a game, like the you have to be careful with the pretzels because they call them soft pretzels, but they are often not
Very hard.
soft. They're
Yeah.
crunchy. So if you see in the little glass dispenser and there's only one left, I would say do not go with the pretzel. But if there's a bunch of them there that doesn't look like they've been sitting there a while, then you're good to go.
Yeah, that's very sage advice from you, Michael.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, number 1, Coca-Cola. Surprise, surprise. I
Yeah.
mean, you got to have something to flush it down.
Wait a sec, Trey. Yeah, you're drinking
Yeah,
water
skip
at a
this-
game?
I'm going water.
That's
Those snacks are
crazy.
too good.
That's
You're
I didn't
crazy.
pick like a
ridiculous.
meal. I'm just saying those are the 3 that
Not
I
a meal.
would need to have.
You need to drink.
well,
I
if
can
you
get a Coke anywhere else.
okay, but you're going to be eating a pretzel, salted pretzel, and hot dog and nachos with nothing to wash it down.
Just I'll take the water for those food items.
Wow, crazy.
Weak. Yeah, no, Coca-Cola for sure. I went with popcorn as my second one. And my last one might surprise you guys. I went with the peanuts. I don't like something that so like I love hot dogs, they're great, but I like a pound of ketchup on mine. So it's just kind of like hard to eat as I'm watching the game, and I got so much ketchup on it, it's getting on me, and my
Right.
hands might get a little ketchupy, a little
Right.
dirty. Don't want that. Pizza a little too greasy, and I don't know. It's just there's the pizza that at those at stadiums are just so bad.
Yeah,
they're
it's not
just,
great.
I like pizza, but not that crappy type. Nachos, same reasoning as the hot dog. Just this, it's all messy and it's hard to eat, kinda, and it's just a mess. Your hands get all sticky. French fries, I would need a pound of ketchup as well. And I'm not gonna sit there opening up ketchups all day with my
The tiniest ketchups in the world.
exactly. So, Coke, popcorn, and peanuts. I would. The pretzel was close, but like Michael said, it's just
Ryan,
They're
do you
still
still
hit or
make
miss.
popcorn at home? You used to do that all the time.
yeah. I don't. Angie made me. Well, Angie helped me get healthier with the popcorn. So instead of getting the ones that you buy at the store, just kind of pre-packaged or whatever, we have like a popcorn little thing now. So you buy the seeds on your own and just put in your own little butter or whatever, and it's just
So you
better
do still
alternative, I
have
guess.
it.
So yes, I still have it. Not quite.
Trey's
as
like a
frequently.
simple yes would have sufficed.
I just asked.
I'm excited about these foods topics here.
Yeah. So do you guys, Ryan, you chose peanuts. You guys are aware of how I eat peanuts, right?
You just suck this outside of it for the salt.
Well, I wouldn't
Do
say
you
that.
actually bite the shell?
I just
Just
eat
the
it.
whole thing.
I eat the whole thing. I just
Okay. I've done that, but I
It's
don't do
good.
all of them.
Oh, that's just what I do. That's how I eat peanuts.
Wow.
Like the shell is arguably the best part. Like we're all
It is
working
good.
hard to get into the little peanuts. Like no. Just eat the whole thing.
Okay, I'm really
eat-
shocked here. I did not know that about you.
We had to have talked about this before.
Whoa.
I swear.
Calling off the
Never.
wedding, are we? Oh boy.
Wow.
Wow.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But
I open it like normal, and I eat the peanuts, but then I actually eat the shell after.
oh, I didn't know that. Wow. So you do
Yeah.
eat the shell.
I kind of mix it up sometimes. I'll alter, but I do like the shell's good. Like you said,
Thank you.
it's good.
Thank you. Sometimes I'll just go to like, Five Guys and just eat them off the ground. The people's, rejected
gosh.
peanut shells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, my snacks though. I did not choose peanuts. You got to have an entree. So for me, that's a hot dog, just a classic stadium food. Soft pretzel as well. Again, heed my advice on that. And then you got to have one drink, Trey. So I'm going with a beer. I'm the only one picking a nice
Yeah,
cold beer.
I don't want to go to the bathroom every 2 seconds. So beers.
Well, you're drinking a soda. Isn't that going to do the same thing?
Beer goes right through me.
Okay. All right. Well,
Yeah.
you know what? You got to do it. You got to do it. So.
Next episode, we got to stick Ryan with a beer at the very beginning and see if he can last the entire episode.
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Couldn't do it.
Wear a
Couldn't do
diaper.
it.
Okay. Sarah, what would your choice? Oh, you switched already. All right, that's fine.
Oh,
We're good. We have right now a list of 9 randomly selected patrons. And so they're 9 randoms here. We got Rutgers/Army Todd, the Elder Jr., Joey Hill. We've got Pass the Damn Ball, Jamie Newman 2020, Sparty Party, Spec Slayer, Spartan Tie, Andrew Tay, and Swiggins. So you can only keep 3. Keep in mind, all of these people they've subscribed to our Patreon, which, by the way, you, the listener and viewer, can do. Patreon.com youtube.com/collegefootballbros. You'll get bonus episodes, and you will be able to join our Discord where we're talking every day with the listeners. So appreciate anybody's support. But Trey and Ryan, why don't you pick our favorite patrons?
All right.
Well, I'm
of this
seeing
list.
this list for the first time right here. So let's.
Okay, well, yeah, I kind of threw this on you.
I'm going to go with number 1, Andrew Tay.
Oh, wow. You're actually ranking. Wow, this is...
Because he's from Canada.
Okay, yeah.
I give props. I like Canada. Number
Are
2,
you- Yeah,
Pass the damn ball because he's a Husker fan.
okay, all right.
Number 3, I don't know.
It's fine. You don't have to do it number 3.
Number 3 is tough. Yeah,
All the
I don't
other
have any
ones-
other excuses to pick somebody.
Everybody
This
else
is
is
not-
going to unsubscribe.
This is not a PC answer here, but I'm not even going to take just this 9. I want to take all of them because I genuinely mean that, like all of them, because as a collective group, it really makes some of our days more enjoyable when we're on this Discord chat, especially on like the fall Saturdays. But even so, like nowadays with all the stuff that's going on in the world, some days it's a sports topic, some days it's these pick 3, some days it's memes. Like we have a lot of fun with the whole group, and some people come and go, and it's enjoyable.
That was
we're
way
missing,
too
I just noticed
heartfelt.
we're missing Kenny on this list. So
It was a
we're missing-
randomly selected list.
Yeah,
so
no, yeah.
We're listening to a lot
Sorry.
of people. But Trey, that was
Yeah.
way too sappy and heartfelt. So I got to go. I got to go the opposite.
You got to
here.
bring it down.
I
I
gotta
know who
bring
you're
it down.
not taking.
Well, I'm not taking Sparty Party. Yeah, that's what I'm going to take 8 out of 9. I'm taking everybody but Sparty Party, also known as Braden, who he's just mean to us. So mean to me,
Yeah.
really. Actually, he's nice to you guys, but there you go.
True. Yeah.
All right. That's
I
it
love
then.
the in the Discord chat when we had that photo. This is just for the people that are patrons, I guess. But with Braden's face, what was it? Somebody superimposed Braden's face on something hilarious.
Yeah,
It was,
that was classic times. You'll have to subscribe to, I guess,
Yeah.
find out
You gotta
about
see
that.
it.
But
Yeah.
that's it. That'll do it for the first video episode of the College Football Bros podcast. Thanks everyone for listening. Oh, Ryan's showing his Washington State football
Wow.
shirt he's had on this whole time. I didn't even notice
yeah,
that.
go Cougs.
There you go. Yeah, let us know if you liked this format. It's something maybe we could do more of in the future if this all works out. Oh, I forgot to hit record.
Oh,
crap.
sure. You're so funny, Mike. So funny.
But no, thanks everyone for watching and listening, and be sure to subscribe to our podcast wherever podcasts are found, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.
You've been listening to the College Football Bros. If you have any questions for the next podcast, email them to collegefootballbros@gmail.com. To keep up with the brothers on social media, like them on Facebook at College Football Bros, follow them on Instagram at College Football Bros, and for their commentary on Saturdays, follow them on Twitter at CFB Bros. Thanks for listening.